Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Welcome to the graduation ceremony at the University of Akron. Please take a moment now to identify the nearest exit to you so you can safely exit the building if it should become necessary to do so. Out of respect for the dignity of this ceremony, we ask that you turn off your cell phone, pager, or other personal communication or entertainment devices. Please refrain from using personal communication devices during the ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding of this request. Our graduation ceremony will begin in a few moments.
Candidates, please be seated. Mr. President, the candidates are assembled.
Welcome, good morning, everyone. Today we are gathered in formal convocation with graduates in the areas of arts and sciences and engineering to celebrate the 217th commencement exercises of the University of Akron. Will everyone please rise and join Katherine Miller in the singing of our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to extend a most cordial welcome to all who have joined us for the 217th commencement ceremonies of the University of Akron. The spring class of 2016 consists of 3,031 candidates from 35 states and 17 countries. This group includes 40 candidates for doctoral degrees, 92 for Juris Doctor degrees, 675 for master's degrees, 1,894 for bachelor's degrees, and 330 for associate degrees. Welcome, graduates, and welcome to the parents, spouses, and relatives and friends who have helped make possible this day of achievement and who share your pride in this celebration. We will begin with a few important introductions. First and foremost, we are joined by representatives of our more than 700 distinguished faculty members, including this ceremony's Grand Marshal, Professor of Mechanical Engineer, Dr. Sergio Felicella. I'd ask that our faculty representatives behind me please rise and be recognized at this time. We are honored to have with us today members of the Board of Trustees of the University of Akron. I ask that they stand as I call their names and remain standing, and that we hold our applause until all have been introduced. First, the Vice Chair, Mrs. Jennifer E. Buchtel of Akron. Vice Chair, Mr. Roland H. Bauer of Silver Lake. Mr. Warren L. Wolford of Akron. And Mrs. Olivia P. Damas of Richfield. Student trustees, Matthew R. Hull of Canton and Darnell D. Davis Jr. of Akron. Now please join me in greeting our trustees. Several members of the University of Akron administration are also here today. I would ask that they now stand and be recognized. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Roland Bauer, Vice Chair of the University of Akron's Board of Trustees, to extend greetings on behalf of the board. Mr. Bauer.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning. On behalf of the University of Akron's Board of Trustees, I offer a warm welcome to our guests, and especially to our spring 2016 graduating class. Graduates, you are the sole reason why this university exists, and we thank you for entrusting us with your higher education. You had many options from which to choose, and we sincerely hope your Akron experience has proven that you chose wisely. In addition to conveying our gratitude, we want you to know that we appreciate and applaud your accomplishments here. Through great effort and perseverance, you have seized opportunities to broaden and sharpen your thinking, expand your worldview, attain professional and personal growth, and become educated citizens. Now you will have more and greater opportunities to thrive, to contribute, and to serve. My fellow trustees and I wish that the journey awaiting you will be filled with good health, good fortune, and continued success, and will, from time to time, lead you back here to your alma mater. We are honored to join with your families, friends, and faculty in celebrating this important milestone. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, this morning's address to the graduates will be delivered by Lynnette Cavalier. She is the Chief Human Resource Officer for FirstEnergy Corporation and a graduate of the University of Akron class of 1981. Ms. Cavalier advises the executive team and board of directors of one of the nation's largest investor-owned electric systems. Her areas of responsibility include HR strategy, operations, and culture in the evolving energy industry. Ms. Cavalier earned a Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology from Northwestern University, then attended this university where she received a Bachelor of Science in Engineering. She began her career as an associate engineer with Ohio Edison. By 1990, had been promoted to superintendent of the W.H. Samus plant. In 1993, she was promoted to superintendent of the Newcastle power plant, becoming the first female in Ohio Edison's history to head a generating plant. In 1997, following a merger that created FirstEnergy, Ms. Cavalier set another milestone when she was named president of FirstEnergy's Eastern Region, the first female operating company president. She completed graduate programs at the University of Virginia, University of Michigan. By 2005, Ms. Cavalier had advanced to Senior Vice President of Human Resources and Chief Human Resource Officer at FirstEnergy. She oversaw all human capital functions, including talent management, learning and development, labor relations, and safety. Ms. Cavalier also was a key member of the Executive Steering Committee for the FirstEnergy-Allegheny Energy merger that was approved in 2011. For her community leadership and commitment to mentoring professional women, Ms. Cavalier received the Athena Award in 2001. 2007, she was given the Distinguished Alumni Award of the University of Akron's College of Engineering. Graduates, please give your attention to this highly accomplished and successful alumna. Ms. Cavalier, would you please step forward and address our graduates?
Well, thank you, President Scarborough, and I must say to all of you that I am both honored and humbled to join this celebration of this very exciting moment in all of your lives. You know, it's so strange, the things that you remember, the people, the places, the moments in your life. Some are burned into your heart forever, and others just fade away. There are times in life where you see no path ahead, and yet you take one step and then another, not necessarily moving forward or rushing onward to any particular destination, but nevertheless, we all end up somewhere. And then one day we look back and we realize that each step taken was actually a choice to go right or to go left, or to go forward, or maybe to stand still and not go at all. But every day, each of us makes choices between right and wrong, between love and hate, between happiness and unhappiness in our own lives. And the sum of all of those choices becomes your life. And the day that you realize that is the day that you become much more intentional about those choices, especially during the crossroads and the inflection points in your life. Today, graduates of the class of 2015 or 16, spring, today is one of those inflection points. It's a day for you to be intentional about what's next for you. After all, this is commencement. This is the kickoff. I mean, it's the grand opening, and from the time you walk across this stage and get your diploma and flip your tassel to the other side, you embark on a new beginning. 35 years ago, almost to this very day, I graduated from this university's College of Engineering. And on that day, as I sat in this audience, my intention was no more than to graduate, start my new job in a couple of weeks, and get some experience. And so I went about my day-to-day routine. But I thought, if you were to ask me if I had it to do over, and I was sitting out there today, would I do anything differently? And what I do today that's different is that I am very conscious about all the choices I make around the way I spend my time. I really focus on making sure that I am living my life and not just going through the motions of being alive. And I would like to share some of the things I do to make sure that I am living a full life. I've been working for about 20 years, and I realized I had suffered a couple losses close to me, and I was working in a role at the time that was taxing some of my capabilities. And truth be told, I felt kind of empty inside. And even though I was having a lot of success in my career, that was one dimension in my life, and it just wasn't enough. So I did some reflection and because I wasn't happy on the inside, it became apparent to me that I didn't like the leader that I had become, and I didn't like the person that I had become, and so I decided to go to work on that. So one New Year's Eve, I started to plan my year, and every year after that, as a new chapter in my life story. And I got 365 days in the new year, and I thought about them as being represented as 365 blank pages every year. And as I lived my days and made those choices, I was writing my life story on those blank pages one day at a time. It helped me to think about each day, each page being marked with a new sunrise. I like the notion of that you can leave the mistakes of the previous day behind and you get a clean slate every day. And the engineer in me at this time, when I started thinking this way, did some calculations and some probabilities, and I figured I had about 15,000 sunrises to work with. And boy, I'll tell you, I was determined to really make each one count. I told myself to be intentional about not wasting my time or getting in a rut like I had done previously. And I was working to fill my blank pages with people and experiences that really gave meaning to my life. I also decided to attempt to control only what I really could control. And you know what? That you learn pretty quickly that's not very much. What you have total control over is what you think about, what you say, and how you act. And that's about it. So for me, then I had to develop a discipline around accepting what I didn't control. So I started to focus on what really mattered in life. And you know how in the day-to-day, little things crop up and they take all of your attention. Well, I tried to let go of the things that aren't going to matter 3 days from now, 3 weeks from now, 3 months from now. And to hold myself accountable, I started to ask myself questions like, as a leader, would I have followed me today? And then I was honest about the answer. As a person, am I living the story that I want? Does my life have significance? And significance to me look like this. First, it's having purpose in everything you do. I mean, try asking yourself, what is the purpose of your life? And this is not an easy question to answer at any stage, but especially early on, because I'm talking about purpose beyond position, beyond power, beyond making money. I'm talking about what do you want for yourself as you spend your time on this earth? And you know, if you have no idea where to start on this one right now, I think a really great place to start is being purposeful about living a happy life. If you're searching for your purpose, think about what you're passionate about. If you can figure out what you love to do, then let that passion guide you. Passion is the fuel that fires every dream. If you follow your passion, I promise you, you will find your purpose. Think about some peak experience you've had in your life. And I mean some epic kind of moment where every sense and sensation you have, you felt alive. Close your eyes and remember how that made you feel inside. That's passion. Chase that feeling. Fall in love with as many things as you can in life. Your family, your friends, your hobbies, your pets, your community, most of all, yourself. If you don't like yourself, turn that spotlight inward and figure out what you don't like and retool yourself from the inside out. Because once you start to like the person you are inside, it'll begin to show on the outside. Balance is always important. So finding a balance between purpose and passion, and another way to think about it is find achievement and enjoyment on as many of your 365 days each year as you can. When the sun comes up in the morning, try to think about it this way. What will I achieve and enjoy for myself today, for just me? And then make sure you do that. What will I achieve and enjoy at work today? And I know that in the workplace, employees are most productive when they are accomplishing results, but they're having fun doing it. Seek that achievement and enjoyment with your family, with your friends, with your community. Don't leave them out. They are the richest part of your life. If you can find purpose and passion, achievement and enjoyment around these multiple dimensions of your life, you've had a pretty significant day. And if you can balance achievement and enjoyment in all aspects of life and every one of your 365 days every year, then you have written an extraordinary story. And more importantly, you are really living your life. The part of life that we really live can be way too short. It can be just fleeting moments if we don't pay attention and grab as much of the good stuff as we can. If you take nothing else from me today, something that I really think helps everybody live a fuller life is getting rid of and avoiding worthless emotions. And I struggled with this for years. Number one on my hit parade is worry. Try not to worry. Worry will not shape outcomes. You can plan, you can prepare, you can pray and shape an outcome, but worry only steals your sunrise. Regret's right behind worry, and regret's about the past. So if the past is over, the only way the past is useful is if it instructs future, better choices. So if you are regretting something, you've already burned up some sunrises. Try not to burn more by reliving and regretting. Then the next two are like second cousins, bitterness and resentment. And I love the way that Nelson Mandela wrote about resentment. He said that resentment is like drinking poison in the hopes of killing your enemy. The poison of resentment only steals your joy, your peace, your contentment. It robs your sunrise. And while that's doing all of that to you on the inside, whomever it is that you resent may not even know or even care about it. So I think letting go of these things is one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself. And letting go of these things is not giving up. There's a saying, and I really never got this, but it's that, don't beat a dead horse. Well, that doesn't even work. If you're sitting on a dead horse and you want to move forward, you got to get off. You got to dismount and start walking forward if you want to move forward. Letting go of useless emotions and forgiveness will not change the past, but boy, does it enlarge your future. I just would have to say and put in a plug for laughter. Think about the last time you really laughed out loud, and think about how often do you laugh out loud. Because if you're not, go find the people, the places, and things that make you laugh. It's a powerful medicine. Is all of this easy to do in the crush of day-to-day living? No, it's not. My pages are full of mistakes in this regard, many of them are. But I have the intention of living this day every way, because when I can pull it all together, then my spirit is at ease. And when my spirit's at ease, my talents can shine through, and I am living the very best story that I have to live. And that's all that anybody can ask of you, and that's all that you can ask of yourself. Graduates, you don't need me to tell you that there is not much certain in this life. But what is certain is if you get up in the morning, the sun is going to rise. In northeastern Ohio, it may not shine, but it is going to rise. And then you will have the choice on how you're going to spend your time that day. And my wish for all of you is that you choose well and that you make time for all of life's simple pleasures while you're making and executing all those big plans. My wish for you is that you live happy lives, and I know your pages will be filled with significance.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Catherine. I now invite Provost Rex Ramsier to come forward as we proceed with the awarding of degrees.
Ladies and gentlemen, by your presence here today, we know that you understand the value of education as it broadens the knowledge and opportunities of our citizens. Universities are also involved in expanding the base of human knowledge. Our faculty and students do so by engaging in research and scholarly activity, which leads to new discoveries. The students you are about to meet have contributed to this process of knowledge creation. Will the Executive Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Chand Mitta, please rise? Will the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree please rise? Mr. President, these students have successfully fulfilled all of the requirements of the graduate school. With the approval of the Executive Dean and the graduate faculty, they now are presented to you to receive the Doctor of Philosophy degree.
Congratulations to each of you. Exercising the authority of the trustees of the University of Akron, legally vested by the people of the state of Ohio and upon the recommendation of our faculty, I now confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all of the requirements of the highest degree, the Doctor of Philosophy degree, with all of the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. As evidence of this achievement, you will now be vested with the hood of the Doctor of Philosophy and receive an appropriately inscribed diploma.
Doctors of Philosophy, please come forward to receive your diplomas as directed by the University Marshals. We ask the audience to please hold your applause until the last name has been called. From the Buchtel College of Arts and Sciences, receiving the degree Doctor of Philosophy, Lydia Kuhl, hooded by Dr. Chris Wesdemiadis. Seven Gallo, hooded by Dr. Janet Klein. Michael Hill, hooded by Dr. Nancy Grant. Ernest Hoffman, hooded by Dr. Paul Levy. Ram Khatri, hooded by Dr. Thomas Leeper. Ganesh Swaminathan, hooded by Dr. Francis Loth. Carrie Taylor, hooded by Dr. Wiley Youngs. Thomas Wyant, hooded by Dr. Gregory Wilson. From the College of Engineering, receiving the degree Doctor of Philosophy, Matthew Appleby, hooded by Dr. Gregory Morsher. Craig Smith, hooded by Dr. Gregory Morsher. Mujtaba Dianati Badaba, hooded by Dr. Kindan Wang. Harpal Singh, hooded by Dr. Kindan Wang. Ahmed Elgriani, hooded by Dr. Kindan Wang. Bo Lee, hooded by Dr. Francis Loth. Suraj Thiagaraj, hooded by Dr. Francis Loth. Si Ming Lee, hooded by Dr. Homero Castaneda Lopez. Alvaro Rodriguez, hooded by Chelsea Monti.
Will the candidates for the master's degree please stand? Mr. President, these students have successfully fulfilled the requirements of a master's degree program. With the approval of the executive dean and the graduate faculty, they now are presented to you to receive an appropriate degree.
Thank you, Dr. Ramsier. Again, exercising the authority of the trustees of the University of Akron, legally vested by the people of the state of Ohio and upon the recommendation of our faculty, I now confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all of the requirements of the master's degree, with all of the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. As evidence of this achievement, you will now receive an appropriate diploma.
Candidates, please come forward as directed by the University Marshals. Again, we ask those of you in the audience to please hold your applause until the last name has been called. From the Buchtel College of Arts and Sciences, receiving the degree Master of Applied Politics, Augusta Dobbins. John Rizzo. Stephen Theobald. Receiving the degree Master of Arts, Brandy Brown. Ian Campbell. Lena Chauvin. Maya Cope Crisford. Aaron Deal. Christina Deering. Danielle Dietrich. Emily Fillmore. Erica Guthrie. Randy Horapich. Fiona Hughes. Dana Hussein. Carol Ivans. Ellen Larson. Theodore Mallison. Megan Naeem Renfro. Mitchell Pleskonka. Ala Salagor. Megan Vorndran. Eric Davis. Receiving the degree Master of Arts in Political Science, Christopher Hardesty. Yelena Topolovic. Receiving the degree Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing, Rebecca Legan. Jamie Thompson. Receiving the degree Master of Music, Patrick Altmeyer. Jeremy Avalos. Ian Bell. Ting-Wei Chang. Rachel Conklin. Evan Foltz. Christian Junta. Benjamin Hottensmith, Adam Lau, Matthew Riley, Megan Schott, Andrew Soteric, Francis Slife, Olivia Steinman, Keith Wilson. Receiving the degree, Master of Public Administration, Migran Agusebi, Stuart Doolittle, Carmen Dorman, Nana Poko'u Frimpong, Alam Al-Qodadi, Mohammed Al-Ziyadi, George Anim, Siegfried Adyomi, Dustin Obla, Shobana Banda, Rohini Bavasetti, Almidi Bayen, Ryan Brown, receiving Master of Science in 2 disciplines, Alex Caldwell, also receiving Master Cum Laude, Bachelor of Science, Siva Teja Devabang Tuni, Justin Gilbo, Jessica Gonda, also receiving Summa Cum Laude, Bachelor of Science, Matthew Hughes, also receiving Summa Cum Laude, Bachelor of Science, Eliza Jacobs, also receiving Magna Cum Laude, Bachelor of Science, Logan Keefe, Shannon Levesque, Marcos Liguiero, Nan McLean, Divya Mekha, Natalie Murray, Patience Nana Atu, Vishnu Prasad Talafala, Zachary Rowland, also receiving Bachelor of Science, Carissa Signore, Eric Oti Tuishum, Chan Wang, from the College of Engineering, receiving the degree, Master of Science in Chemical Engineering, Abdulaziz Bentaleb, Mehdi Mokhtari Shabestari, Sarah Roth, receiving the degree Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Kyle Heinz, Michael Jursik, Alexis Killinger, Brendan Leisky, receiving the degree Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, Prasad Busabadush, Sai Prakash Reddy Gautam, Marcus Horning, Sunera Kulasakira, Nakita Nelakanda, Tarindu Rendeni, Receiving the degree Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Brandon Kirkman. Mohammed Moshe Ziad. Ashkan Nazari. Brian Rich.
It is appropriate at this time that we give special recognition to those graduates who have demonstrated outstanding scholastic achievement in the completion of an undergraduate degree. On page 20 of your program, you will find an explanation of the criteria for awarding these special designations. Recipients of academic honors are also noted individually in your program. As each group is called, I ask that its members please stand and remain standing, and as they do, I ask our audience to take notice of the honors cords, stoles, or medallions worn by these graduates as symbols of their exemplary accomplishments. Also ask that you hold your applause until all have been recognized. Will the Williams Honors Scholars please rise at this time? Will those graduating summa cum laude please rise? Will those graduating magna cum laude please rise? Will those graduating cum laude please rise? Will those who have been inducted into collegiate honor societies also please rise? In addition to these scholars, we recognize those who have served our nation. Will candidates who are veterans of armed forces please rise? Congratulations to all. Please be seated. Now we will proceed with the conferral of undergraduate degrees. Dr. Ramsier.
Will Dr. Eric Amos, Interim Dean of the College of Engineering, please rise? Will the candidates for degrees from the College of Engineering please rise and remain standing? Mr. President, these students have successfully fulfilled the requirements of one of the undergraduate curricula in the college. With the approval of the interim dean and faculty, they now are presented to you to receive the appropriate degree.
Thank you. Congratulations to all of you. Exercising the authority of the trustees of the University of Akron, legally vested by the people of the state of Ohio and upon the recommendation of our faculty, I now confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all of the requirements the appropriate degree, with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. Would you please be seated just for a moment? Now, candidates, as evidence of your achievements, you will be called to the stage to receive the appropriate diploma. Please follow the directions of the university marshals and proceed onto the stage, where you will be greeted by your dean.
In appreciation and respect for all our graduates, we would like you to hold your applause and any acknowledgments of your individual student so that our graduates and their guests are able to hear their names. From the College of Engineering, receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Systems Engineering, cum laude Ethan Joniak. Cum laude Youssef Mohammed. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering, Sahid Abdul Muhaimin. Ryan Al-Absi. Magna cum laude Karina Atkinson. Christopher Bender. Cum laude Catherine Benedict. Summa cum laude Jacob Brock. Magna cum laude Stephen Caldwell. Cum laude Andrea Carley. Summa cum laude Sophia Chinchilla. Dominic Conte. Jonathan Dawson. Miranda DeGarmo. Benjamin Deshawn. Magna cum laude Nicole Farney. Summa cum laude Darcy Fife. Cum laude Daniel Gerber. Cum laude Dennis Henrik. Ian Harker. Ryan Hayes. Logan Huba. Magna cum laude Sarah Insel. Cum laude Charlton Johns. Connor Langendorfer. Summa cum laude Jason Lazara. Magna cum laude Kai Longfellow. Magna cum laude Michael Lopez. Alexandria Molinos. Magna cum laude Emily Mulvaney. Summa cum laude Carly Norman. Cum laude Abel Pietros. Summa cum laude Amanda Pinero. Cum laude Galina Polipiv. Summa cum laude Alexa Reese. Magna cum laude Tyler Schmoller. Jeffrey Schreiber. Magna cum laude Corey Sherko. Summa cum laude Jason Widmer. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, Naif Ul Onazi. Faris Al-Sadoun. Ahmed Al-Sharif. Aaliyah Arndt. Magna cum laude Christopher Burton. Joshua Dambick. Summa cum laude Heather Fairbairn. Magna cum laude Darcy Gerard. Summa cum laude Marshall Knapp. Adam Harrell. Caitlin Holliday. Summa cum laude Benjamin Kitson. Austin Kraus. Magna cum laude Dalsavan Latara. Summa cum laude Ryan Loftus. Magna cum laude Henry No. Cum laude Jordan Pavlik. Magna cum laude Melissa Pado. Christopher Ray. Cum laude Ryan Ritter. Juan Saldana Jr. Magna cum laude Matthew Salerno. Summa cum laude Jordan Schaefer. Magna cum laude Elisa Webble. Cum laude Andrea Wildrout. Magna cum laude Katie Wittebslauer. Zachary Zimmerman. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Salih Al-Mansour. Abdul Rahman Al-Musaitir. Kevin Alspick. Luke Avery. Kevin Bacalar. Abigail Ballas. Jordan Beans. Matthew Beck. Summa cum laude Simon Beskett. Magna cum laude Patrick Blake. Magna cum laude Ryan Bonzo. Magna cum laude Brandon Bradley. Danny Brom Jr. Cum laude Robert Brophy. Magna cum laude Leanne Brown. Cum laude Michael Sefarati. Magna cum laude Ali Sharani. Jessica Cayo. Cum laude Amber Cooper. Cum laude Matthew Devlin. Jacob Ainen. Magna cum laude Derek Hoff. Magna cum laude Mitchell Heath. Summa cum laude James Hilligus. John Hudak. Summa cum laude Hristo Ivanov. Summa cum laude Chelsea James. Jacob Johnson. Andrew Lash. Summa cum laude Brian Long. Cum laude Jamie Lowry. Abdulaziz Musalem. John Myers Jr. Mohammed Najjar. Cum laude Micah 9. Brian Ross. Summa cum laude Robert Sabol. Summa cum laude Michael Schoolery. Benjamin Warner. Cum laude Jeremy White. Summa cum laude Justin Wolf. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, George Abraham. Magna cum laude Karam Boyagia. Cum laude Ian Drake, also receiving cum laude Bachelor of Science. Cum laude Tyler Harbert. David Keister III. Joshua Cahoot. Summa cum laude Matthew Morgan. Ethan Oglesby. Nicholas Owens. Cum laude Brian Simmons. David Witzeman. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Corrosion Engineering, magna cum laude Anna Bacco. Summa cum laude Caleb Carpenter. Mary Cole. Cum laude Joshua Geyer. Magna cum laude Kevin Meisner. Summa cum laude Hans Meyer. Cum laude John Nyanzi. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Jeff Bernard. Andrew Bohan. Chad Borntrigger. Cum laude Troy Bowers. Robert Carabine. Samuel Davis. Thomas Ginder Jr. Michael Hall. Magna cum laude Elizabeth Hamill. Alicia Janstow. Daniel Kissick. Agnian Kirkcho. Jacob Lambert. Alexander Libby. Keith Martin. Tyler Miller. Sean Query. Joshua Reiderman. Ruben Rodriguez. Cum laude Deboshri Sadhukan. Magna cum laude Joshua Simmons. Zachary Stevens. John Supel. Magna cum laude Matthew Trowbridge. Joseph Vavro. Cum laude Igor Vinograd. Wesley Waters II.
Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Engineering, Adam Bartosik. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, magna cum laude Kyle Albertson. Mohammed Aldasari. Luke Baker. Cum laude Andrew Ball. Lucas Barker. David Battle. Evan Berry. Andrew Burnish. Cum laude Sean Catchpole. Jared Cornett. Summa cum laude Dominic Cross. Summa cum laude Benjamin D'Alessandro. Anna Davies. Magna cum laude Joseph DiGiacomo. Kevin DeVault. Christopher DeSante. Magna cum laude Christopher Droll. Tyler Duffy. Aaron English. Brandon Evans. Mark Fagan. Scott Fagan. Stephen Fayadilem. Michelle Fish. Michael Ford. Brian Foss. Magna cum laude Jordan Geiser. Magna cum laude Devin Goldberg. Alexander Gordon. Cum laude Brian Gosha. Magna cum laude Prajakta Govande. Donald Heiss. Cum laude, Hannah Harmon. Magna cum laude, Trevin Hartzler. Summa cum laude, Brandon Hine. Magna cum laude, Jeremy Hine. Magna cum laude, Brandon Heiker. Cum laude, Wesley Hofstetter. Magna cum laude, Stanford Howdyshell. Nicholas Kedash. David Kirkman. Brian Knox. Alexander Kuhn. Magna cum laude, Daniel Kozlowski. Cum laude, Keith Critchbaum. Cum laude, Kyle Leifheit. Magna cum laude, Michael Lostowski. Summa cum laude, James Magana. Brandon Mandria. Cody Miller. Robert Mittman III. Summa cum laude, Tyler Moore. Summa cum laude, Madison Morgan. Matthew Owens. Joshua Pollock. Magna cum laude, Emma Pearson. Alan Plassard. Magna cum laude, Alexander Prorok. Awais Qureshi. Magna cum laude, Sean Riley. Summa cum laude, Maria Rizzo. Magna cum laude, Jillian Roth. Magna cum laude, Matthew Schvenning. Cum laude, Jordan Spence. Stefan Stembolyazev. Brian Stinnard. Joseph Strahl. Summa cum laude, Tyler Sturgeon. Jeffrey Zooks. Jeffrey Traers. Cum laude, Andrew Tupta. Cum laude, Jonathan Van Zimmeren. Levi Walters. Tyler Watling. Summa cum laude, Samuel Weeman. Summa cum laude, Julia Wood. And summa cum laude, Tyler Yoda.
Class of 2016, it is now time to signify your new status as graduates by turning your tassels to the left side of your mortarboard. Congratulations. Graduates, no one makes this journey to this day alone. You have been supported in many ways by parents, spouses, friends, or other loved ones. In many cases, they have worked and sacrificed much to help you achieve this dream. So it's appropriate that you now acknowledge all family members and friends who are here today. Please stand, turn to the audience, and express your appreciation. I now invite everyone to rise and join Katherine Miller in the singing of our alma mater. The words are on page 66 of the program.
Close beside Cuyahoga's waters, stream of amber hue, o'er old Buchtel summit's glory weaves the gold and blue. Here we Akron sound her praises, speed them on the gale. Ever stand our alma mater, Akron Hill, all hail.
Thank you. Please be seated for the final portion of our ceremony. Graduates, you are now alumni of the University of Akron. I ask Mrs. Debbie Douglas Roth, class of 1981 and past president of the National Alumni Board and the Greek Alumni Board, to welcome you into the University of Akron Alumni Association.
Congratulations, fellow alumni. Got your Z? Today we share in your celebration, for your success contributes to the collective success of our institution, our community, our nation, and our world. You have joined a global network of Akron alumni, which can prove to be an invaluable resource in your professional careers. I extend to each of you an invitation to build and strengthen our common bond, to be active in the Alumni Association, to extend the legacy of our university both near and far, and to burnish our good name with the luster of your own accomplishments. For there now exists among us an eternal linkage. Your achievements will add to the prestige of this institution, and as the University of Akron's reputation continues to rise, so too will the value of the degree you now hold. On behalf of more than 172,000 alumni worldwide, I am pleased and honored to welcome you as members of the University of Akron Alumni Association. Best wishes in all you do, fellow alumni, and remember, go Zips!
The class of 2016's response will be delivered today by Sophia Chinchilla. Before she does, allow me to tell you a little bit about this remarkable young woman. Sophia graduates today summa cum laude from the College of Engineering and the Williams Honors College, having earned a Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering and a minor in Chemistry with a GPA of 3.8. In addition to her exemplary academic achievement, Sophia has served as a research assistant at this university, as a research fellow at Northeast Ohio Medical University, and as a 3-time research intern at the Cleveland Clinic. She's received numerous honors and awards, ranging from the U.S. National Academy of Engineering Travel Award to publication of a paper in the journal Biofabrication. She somehow has also made time for membership in the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, the Honors College Engineering Club, and the University of Akron Ultimate Frisbee Club. In addition, she has participated in many volunteer projects such as the Akron Canton Food Bank, Make a Difference Day, and the Ohio Latino Education Summit. Following graduation, Sophia plans to continue on to graduate school in pursuit of a medical degree or doctorate. She is the daughter of Carlos Chinchilla and Lutz Maria Escobar of North Olmsted. Sophia, we are honored to invite you to come forward and to address the Spring 2016 graduating class.
Thank you, President Scarborough, and thank you, Mrs. Douglas Roth, for your welcome to the University of Akron Alumni Association. On behalf of the Spring 2016 graduating class, I proudly accept your invitation to continue our relationship with our alma mater by joining the Alumni Association. Good morning, everyone. I want to begin by congratulating you all. The past 4 or 5 or more years have certainly been a challenge. We should all be very proud to have walked across this stage today. Not everyone gets to be here. I remember my first engineering class. They told us to look around the room and pay attention to how many people were there, because they said in 3 years the class would be half that size. They were right. Some of the students who left were not ready for the work and dedication that comes with an engineering degree. Others realized that they'd rather pursue different majors. And then there were some who had the desire and interest, but they lacked the support from friends and family to help them get through the challenges. It's like what President Scarborough just said. None of us gets here alone. We all need some kind of support. Sometimes you just need to call your mom and hear her say, "You're doing a great job." Other times, you need to hear a professor say, "You just need to work harder." Sometimes you need to hear a classmate say, "Let me show you how to do this," because you have no clue what's going on. And many times, you really need to hear a friend say, "All right, that's it. No more studying. Time for some Chipotle and Netflix." Now, it's not just schoolwork that they helped us with. Often, it's what you might call life work, like when someone signed you up for something you didn't necessarily want to do, and it turned out to be one of the best experiences ever. Or when a friend made you join a club you knew nothing about, other than the fact that they had free pizza every Monday, and you ended up making a whole new set of friends. Or when a roommate included you on their genius prank because you had to stop taking yourself too seriously and remember to have a little fun. Or when a mentor convinced you to give a speech to your graduating class in front of 2,000 people because it's not as scary as it seems. I'm still not sure I believe that last one. So fellow classmates, let's make sure our pride today is accompanied by gratitude. Gratitude for those who pushed us to take risks and challenges, who pushed us to achieve our goals when the road got bumpy and steep, who pushed us to become the best artists, scientists, professionals, and engineers we could become. We need to thank these people and keep them close, because today is just one day. It's a great day, a day to stop and look back at what we've accomplished, a day to celebrate. But tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow we turn to face the future and the path that stretches out before us. And when we resume our journey on that path, let's keep these wonderful people close so that the next stages of our lives will be just as great as our time here at the University of Akron. Thank you, and good luck, class of 2016.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was the Akron Blue and Gold, our well-known fight song, which has come to represent so many aspects of excellence and student success at our university. Now, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the many individuals whose good work made this ceremony possible. First, let us thank our musicians. First, the artistry of our vocalist, Katherine Miller. Our guitarist, Tyler Spazillo. And Dr. Christopher Blaha and the University of Akron Brass Choir. I would also like to acknowledge our university orators, the director of the Women in Engineering program, Mrs. Heidi Cressman, and Associate Professor in the School of Communication, Dr. Heather Walter. Let's also thank the many university marshals whom you see in their gold robes. They are faculty and staff members who volunteer their time to help organize and facilitate this ceremony. Thank you, marshals. And last but not least, let us also thank our interpreter, Miss Lori Palmer. And so we conclude our commencement ceremony on behalf of the trustees, faculty, and the University of Akron family everywhere. I want to wish you happiness, much success, and many happy returns to your alma mater.
As we conclude our commencement exercises, we ask the stage party to please rise and remain standing. We ask our graduates to rise and remain standing. Guests of our graduates, please remain seated until our recessional has concluded. We also suggest that you meet your graduate outside on the Thomas Hall Plaza. Thank you for attending the 217th commencement exercises of the University of Akron.